Hello, my YouTube family, specifically, hello to my fire sign babies. We are going to get you a message about your 7 days ahead, okay? Your next week ahead, your next 7 days ahead, whatever you want to call it. We are going to get all into the tea. So make sure to like this video, make sure to subscribe, and if you ever want a private reading, whether these collective messages resonate with you or not, you can always get a private reading from me in the description below from my very own website. I have new prices updated right now, so everything is fresh, updated, a couple new products up there for you. Go check it out. All right, my fire signs, as you can see, we have a lot on the table, so we're going to dive right into it. As always, comment below any other questions or topics that you want me to talk about. Okay, so I think we're actually going to start with your oracle card here. So for the next 7 days, we have Divine Surrender. This is a very, very beautiful card. In my fire signs, it speaks about you finally having, or finally, I'm hearing meeting up with this energy of I let it go, I let it go, I let it go. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and dive into the book to see a little bit more about what they say before we continue on with your reading. Yeah, that's so funny. I don't know why I was having such a hard time finding that card, but anyways, my fire signs, the number 57 could be significant for you, or it could be a special number for you, or the number 12, or the number 3, okay? So let's go ahead and get into what this card says for you. Release what you cannot control. As much as it may scare us to admit, we cannot control money or any form of abundance. We cannot control exactly how much flows to us. We cannot control how it comes or when. We cannot always control what expenses arise. But what we can control is our inner state and the way we choose to perceive and react to things external to us. When we channel our focus towards what's within our power, we stop blocking ourselves from the opportunities for money to flow to us. This card is asking you to surrender control, release it to the universe, offer it up to be handled while you turn your attention to what you can control. Nurture your sense of self-worth, focus your thoughts on what's possible for you. Do things that feel good. And it goes on to say, the more you surrender, the fewer blocks you create between yourself and abundance. My fire signs, unburden yourself from the impossible task of controlling what you cannot. That is your lesson for the week. And I'm very glad we got into that card first, because that definitely sets the tone as we're revealing what's going to come up for the next 7 days for you. All right, my fire signs, but definitely surrender, give up control this week. That's how you're going to keep your head on, okay? That's what I'm hearing. But let's go ahead and dive on in. Okay, we have running, escape, denial, excuses. Very interesting. We're just going to flip all these over. We have tension, stressed out, migraines, worry. Interesting. We have nurturing in the reverse, mentorship, wisdom, giving back. Interesting. And I know sometimes it makes people nervous when I'm like making sounds when I'm flipping cards over, so do not be alarmed. I'm just noticing what I pick up. We have thrills, continuous cycles, bad decisions, addictions. Longing, missing you, let's talk, reunion. Yeah, Spirit said I roll on that one, so we'll see what that's about. Delay, procrastination, too busy. What are you too busy? Wow, what are you too busy for? We have vacay, get away, relax, have fun. Spirit's telling you, all right. So far, what I'm picking up for the next 7 days for you, not only is this about surrendering, but I'm going to tell you exactly how this is going to be your lesson. You are going to run into headache after headache after headache this week, and that's not going to be for no reason. When you are in moments of stress, Spirit's going to teach you not only how to prioritize yourself so you do not end up as stressed out as you possibly can be, and you're pulling your hair out and grinding your teeth, you know what I mean? The Spirit's also saying here, in moments of high stress, in moments where we almost selfishly start to think, oh my God, me, my life, my life, my life. Step outside of yourself for a little bit this week and not really compare yourself, but compare your struggle to someone else's. And that's not always a good thing to do. And I'm not telling you to ruminate on it. But for you, my fire signs, this week, that's going to be something to help you. That's going to be something to motivate you, to help you realize not only do other people find themselves in bad situations similar to mine or even worse than mine, but they make it out okay. And I can too if I just surrender control and allow the things to be that are going to be anyway, and control the things that I can control. So, for example, what can you control? Most times you can control the stress that's in your immediate environment. You can control the addictions or continuous cycles, the patterns, the bad habits. It doesn't mean it's easy. It doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight, but that is something that's in your control, okay, my fire signs? So Spirit's saying as this week is progressing, you're going to feel in the beginning of the week a lot of stress, a lot of heavy feelings. Going towards the middle of the week, these heavy feelings kind of start to make you think from a place of low vibration, so much so that you start to reminisce on the connections that made you feel good, or you're starting to remember people and connections that could make you feel good or could make you feel better towards the end of the week here. And Spirit's telling you, if that feels like you, if that feels like that's happening as the week goes on, do not procrastinate. Don't delay it. Don't say you're too busy to do this or reach out to this person. Don't be too big of a person or too egoic of a person to reach out and say, you know what, I'm struggling this week. I can't do it by myself anymore. Or, I've been stressing myself trying to control every bit of money that I have, and really right now I give up. I let my hands go. You know what I mean? Spirit's kind of putting you through this, my fire signs, putting you through this kind of intense energy so you can come out smarter, brighter, and hopefully a little more what's the word? I don't want to say grateful, because that sounds like rude to me when I say it, but Spirit just wants you by the end of this week to realize the value. Realize your value and the value that your time brings. What are you spending your time doing this week? How much of your time and focus is spent on negativity, on low vibrational things, on things that actually stress you out, that bring you no joy, that bring you worry, that bring you anxiety? What are you running from? What are you running from, my fire signs? Let's go down here. Okay, this week, these could be things that are significant for you this week, that pop up for you this week. Could be signs or confirmations or signals from the universe, from the cosmos for you this week, okay? So we have older woman. Dealings or relationship with an older woman are significant this week, definitely. In the beginning of the week, confirmation, we have chair empty. Someone is leaving your life. So yeah. Do not worry. That's what I'm telling you. Please, when things start to shift, you're only going to feel like you're running and running and running and being chased down by change if you're trying to run away from change. Okay, does this make sense, my fire signs? You guys are really, really good at trying new things and putting yourself out there and making shit happen, but you need to make sure you're carrying through with this cycle of your life. And what do I mean by carrying through? I mean completing it, okay? We have crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So if you're not wanting to have babies, be very mindful of that this week. And for those of you who are wanting to have children, wanting to have a family, birth or conception is a good probability for you this week. Also, if you have your own business, if you are entrepreneurial, if you do anything that you would consider, your own business, this is a very good week to understand What are my true goals and passions? And am I operating out of a place of fear? Am I operating out of desperation? Or am I operating out of curiosity and excitement and, the good thrills, not just the bad thrills? Am I operating out of excitement? And am I doing things with the mindset that I'm going to be able to relax later on? Or am I just doing things, stressing myself out for no reason? Okay, these are all valid questions to ask yourself as the week is going on for my fire signs. Last one here, chain. Okay, chain of events that will affect your life. So Spirit's telling you this week is going to be an important one. It's going to be one that can definitely alter the course of your life, quote, so to speak. And I don't mean that in a dramatic way, and I don't mean that to scare you, but I'm saying that because it's the subtle things in life that change our lives. Okay, and this week is a week for you, my fire signs, to decide, is this a week I'm going to change my life, or I'm going to have my life change for me? Okay, that's kind of what I'm picking up. Let's see, Four of Cups coming out here with the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so already, yeah, Spirit's telling you to recenter and refocus. In the beginning of the week, all of the stress that you're feeling, a lot of it is going to come from you focusing on the wrong things. As soon as you turn your attention to focus on the more positive aspect of things, or have gratitude for something rather than have, resentment for something, you're going to see a completely different perspective. This could have something to do with this older woman. This could be influenced by an older woman's teachings or speakings or perspectives. I'm hearing Abraham Hicks. Okay, so for a lot of my fire signs here, Abraham Hicks, it's someone that you should definitely look up and digest what she says in some of her videos. Here we have the Eight of Pentacles out. So as you're going through the week with the Nine of Cups next to that, Spirit's telling you will be progressing, and it will feel a little bit disorganizing, and it will be stressful, but you're learning. This is all a part of learning and honing in on your skills. What skills are you honing in? Number one, surrendering the negative, surrendering what no longer serves you, surrendering the things that you, although want to think about and ruminate on forever, that serves you no purpose to do. Those things that you know for a fact are wasting your time by thinking about them, wasting your time by steadily journaling about it, thinking about it, writing about it, talking about it, gossiping about it. It's not going to do anything for you. Replace that time with more valuable time. This is what this Nine of Cups is telling you. Whatever you can find that is emotionally charging for you, that is emotionally exciting for you, anything, any activity, person, place, thing that you can find that feels like joy, that is your luxury, and that is what you need to be feeding into, especially as you're walking away from the negative this week. You need somewhere to go. Walk into the positive, okay? Figure out and narrow down things that you enjoy and the places you can go, so you don't go back to the same place you just came from, okay, my fire signs? Moving on, Spirit's telling you, substances are not always going to be the thing to make you happy, quote. And although I'm hearing ride, although substances can take you on a ride, you're going to crash. It's inevitable that you're going to come back to the place that you were in. And Spirit's telling you, look at that, continuous cycles is what this Wheel card is about in the reverse. It's about the inevitable. It's about this pattern that just for some reason, quotes, for some reason, it always ends up back exactly where it started, okay? And Spirit's telling you a lot of this has to do with you surrendering your happiness versus surrendering the things that bring you dissatisfaction. Okay, 99 is definitely a special number for you. Spirit's telling you here, as far as your connections with others this week, and the connections that you're looking to hone in on, or what's the word? I'm hearing manifest. So if you're wanting to change your relationships, change your connections, change your environment, manifest newness in these areas, it's not just going to take longing. It's going to take time, not just waiting time, but intentional time. Pray, okay? Be intentional in your movement and the people that you speak to. Walking away from old habits and starting new habits, living as a person who you desire to be, isn't just oh yeah, I blocked him, but I met this new dude and he do this and this and this, just like my last dude. No, it more so looks like, yeah, I dropped him and now I've moved out of this city and I'm going to start talking to men who do. Unlike the experiences that I've had before, I'm looking to have an experience like this. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot heal in the place that you got sick is a very famous quote that people love to use. And it's one that I feel like fits in this instance. You're going to have to change. It's like you want the outside to change without the inside changing, and you want the inside to change without the outside changing. Babe, you're going to have to surrender. You're going to have to give up something, okay? You're going to have to make space somewhere, baby. All right, my love. We have the Emperor. Ooh, look at this beautiful. Look at this. Look at these colors here. You are ending your week, my fire signs, in your fire energy. And although you still may not feel, quote, 100% by the end of the week, you are going to feel a lot more, how can I say this? Settled. You're going to feel a lot more settled within yourself. You're going to feel like a leader again by the end of this week. There's all of these events and all of these, experiences that you're going to have this week, all of these thoughts, all of these realizations, the small things that you change and that you notice throughout the week, these are going to make big changes for you moving forward, especially depending on your level of consistency. Okay, my fire signs, like I said, you guys are really good at getting things started, but it's about carrying through, following through, completing the cycle. Okay. Piece of advice for you, we have, I live in a reality of overflowing riches. Look how beautiful this card is. Oh my gosh. I live in a reality of overflowing riches. Spirit's telling you with this card, not only are they asking you to surrender, but they're asking you to surrender and have faith. Surrender that the place that they're asking you to leave from is not worth your time, and the place that you're being guided towards is more than you could ever dream of. Okay, my love? Your last card for this next 7 days to wrap up your reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. Actually, before we do, my fire signs, I want to say that you guys are doing a great job. I really feel a lot of anxiety. I feel a lot of worry. I feel a lot of anxiety about where you should be versus where you are. And Spirit wants to tell you, you are exactly where you're supposed to be, learning exactly what you're meant to learn right now. Okay? If you have any doubt about that, even after this entire reading, you can contact me. Contact me for a private reading. Email me or just go to my website and book a reading with me. If you're struggling with finances, email me. Let me know if you still need that message. I will work with you. I want you to succeed emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually, all of the above, okay? I really feel like you need to hear that. I feel like maybe I'm talking to a group of people, my fire signs, who don't always have people who say that and mean it, but I say that and I mean it, okay? Last card for you. Look at that. Worrying is a negative prayer. I feel like that 1000% wraps up your reading, but let's go ahead and read it. You don't need any of that kind of angsty, nail-biting bullshit today. If you catch yourself worrying, take a deep breath and ask the universe for what you really want, not what you don't want. The universe always lets you change your order. And hell yeah, you want fries with that? Supersize that shit. This is your reading. I feel like I do not even have to elaborate on that. Rewind it, listen to it again. Thank you so much, my fire signs. I love you. I appreciate you, and you will be okay. If you have any other questions or any other topics you would want me to talk about in future videos, definitely comment below. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video or see you in a reading. Bye.